Hello everyone. I wish you all a good day. I am Rohit Kumar, Senior Systems Engineer from Operations Sentinel. This presentation on Unix's ClearPath OS 2200 Release 18.0 covers the key features of Operations Sentinel 17.0. These are the new features of Operations Sentinel 17.0, which includes Centralized Monitoring, Unix Linux Resource Monitor Failure Alert, avoiding multiple reboots during installation, text box capability in Topology updated by AC Event Report, filtering of alerts based on multiple thresholds, ability to define log consolidation sets, report problem enhancements, ClearPath Software Series 2200 Wizard. Centralized Monitoring. This feature enables you to view alerts of the Dorado system environment on Operations Sentinel in a single window. This avoids monitoring the Fabric Manager and OS 2200 server management control user interfaces on separate displays. The solution centralizes the alerting of SMC detected events and Fabric Manager detected events on the Enterprise or Department Operations Sentinel server, which you can use as the central point of monitoring. All Dorado platform, ClearPath Forward Fabric Platform, Environment and Management Event report to the Enterprise or Department Operations Sentinel server.
Hi all. To start with the demo, I'll just introduce what is Operations Sentinel. Operations Sentinel is a monitoring software developed for monitoring ClearPath systems, Windows, Unix, Linux, and other platforms. Basically, Operations Sentinel is an agent-based monitoring tool. The UI which you are seeing on the screen is an Operations Sentinel UI, where for the purpose of this demo, we have just configured OS 2200 system with 2 consoles and 2 FFM servers and 2 op servers. As said earlier, we have installed agents on the FFM servers and the op servers. I'll generate the alerts for FFM server now. As part of this demo, we are just manually generating alerts for these 2 systems. I'll be using putty session to generate alerts for FFM server. So first I'll generate an warning alert for FFM server 1. I just generated it. You'll be able to see the alert on the FFM server 1. This is the alert generated for FFM server, which I generated manually by using putty session. This is the headline of the alert, and here is the details of that particular alert. Here is the extended text of that alert, and I'll be generating one more alert for the same system, which will be a critical alert. You can see that there is a new alert generated on the same system, which is a critical alert, and the details of that particular alert. And you have the extended text as well in the bottom saying what is that alert about. This is with respect to the FFM servers. Now let's move on to the op servers. For this demo, I'll be generating an alert for op server. I'll be using a remote desktop session to that particular server. For this demo, I'll be disabling this particular LAN connection, which will generate me an alert for disabled connection, and which in turn generates an call home event as well. I'll be disabling this. So even you can see the same thing on the SMC UI as well. It takes some time, SMC takes some time to detect that particular LAN connection has been gone down. I'll go back to the Operations Sentinel server. Since the SMC is still not detected it, as soon as it detects, you'll get an alert on this particular object. So you can see the alert which is generated saying the network connection is not responding. I have disabled one connection of that. So you can see the details of that alert in the details pane. It is having the event ID 1029 and 1021. There are two events generated for that particular event. There are two events generated in the event viewer, and a column event also generated because of this. And this is the column details. It is of event ID of type 103, and it is of type warning on a column event. We also have hot links to launch FFM UI and SMC UI from the Operations Sentinel. Now I'll be launching FFM UI. Okay. User can give the user ID and password and proceed to log into this site. And similarly, we have a hot link for launching SMC UI. The same way, you have to give the credentials and log into that SMC website.
Unix Linux Resource Monitor, ULRM, Failure Alert. Here Unix Linux Resource Monitor will be referred as ULRM. This feature generates an alert if ULRM stops, making you aware of the agent status. ULRM is the Operations Sentinel agent that reports the events occurring on Unix Linux machines. If the agent crashes or stops, there is no option to report the issues occurring on the system to Operations Sentinel. The solution includes implementing a heartbeat mechanism between ULRM agent and the Operations Sentinel server, which reports the agent status on the Operations Sentinel console. But, the heartbeat-based alerting mechanism does not confirm if the failure is due to a network issue or the ULRM agent. This screenshot shows a ULRM failure alert.
Hi all. So we will see the description of the feature ULRM alerting. Operational Sentinel is now equipped with an enhanced capability of alerting when the ULRM stops. Let's see how it works. Prior to 17.0, if ULRM stops for any reason, user would not be notified about it. But from 17.0, if ULRM stops, an alert would be generated which states that the agent connection is down. Now we will see how it works. As you can see, we have an object added which doesn't have any alerts because the agent state is connected. So now, for example, we will try to stop the agent. Now you can see an alert has been generated which states agent connection is down. And if you go to the details, you would see a new alert identifier ULRM connection down has been added, and the description says that Operations Sentinel is not communicating with the Operations ULRM agent on the monitored system, and it can be any of these two reasons. And when the user goes back and starts the agent, then the alert disappears. So this is all about ULRM alerting. Thank you.
Avoiding multiple reboots during installation. Operations Sentinel installation requires multiple reboots because of the Windows UAC check. Multiple reboots is avoided by enabling the installer to run with administrator privileges, thereby avoiding disabling the UAC. This approach frees you from the overhead of rebooting the machine to install Operations Sentinel, which in turn reduces the downtime involved during installation. Text box capability in Topology updated by ACER. Often key information needs to be displayed to the operator. Currently the only way is to use the properties associated with a managed object. In some cases, you may have to define user properties for the information, then the operator can see a value while hovering over the object icon or looking at the object properties. This is not ideal as it is difficult to convey key information from managed objects or applications. The solution allows you to add text box to Topology and update the following properties using an AC event report. Location, style, font, visibility, foreground and background color of the text. This screenshot shows how a Topology text box appears and displays information.
This feature allows the user to add text box to the topology by using attribute change event report. Topology text boxes helps in displaying the key information on the Operations Sentinel console. Let us see how to add a text box to topology. From the command prompt, send an attribute change event report. This command will create a text box with the name demo text box. We can also add or modify the attributes to the existing text box. The background color of the demo text box will be changed from white to red with this command. The section 9.7.5 of Administration and Configuration Guide explains the AC event format for the topology text boxes. To delete the topology text box, use the delete object event report. This will delete the existing text box.
Filtering based on multiple thresholds. This feature allows you to use multiple thresholds to raise an alert. With the older levels of Operations Sentinel, this is not possible unless you use AMS scripting to access the properties. In Operations Sentinel console, you can set a threshold against a particular property for the managed object class instance. When the threshold exceeds, an alert is raised. In many cases, the use of a single property is insufficient to determine if an alert should be raised. In such cases you need to set multiple thresholds for raising an alert. For example, if property A is less than 10% and property B is 50, then raise an alert.
This feature saves the effort of writing separate AMS scripts or SPMS scripts for enabling multiple thresholds for OS 2200 and MCP systems. Let us see how to enable multiple thresholds. Open Operations Sentinel console and select the bottom left corner and move on to the administration mode. Expand the Manage Objects node and select either of MCP system or 2200 system. Let us now select OS 2200 system. In the display pane, select the desired system, whose threshold condition you want to review or specify. In the details pane, under the thresholds tab, you will get all the available thresholds for the selected systems. Now, click on the ellipses in the conditions property. The threshold filter editor window appears. The window displays current threshold conditions, if any. Now let's go and create a new condition. Or if already there is a condition, we can go and edit using the edit button. Let's go and create a new condition now. Click on the new button. This opens a threshold condition editor window. Select the checkbox on the left side for the desired properties. Let's select for batch IP and demand IP. Click on the link next to the name of the threshold you have selected. This opens Property Filter Editor, which allows you to set value for the selected properties. Let's now set value for one of the property we have selected. Let's make it, for example, I am setting batch IP to 2 and demand IP to 0. Since we have made the changes, give OK and OK for this window as well. This sets the property, this sets the condition. So giving OK should set the condition for the desired system. Here we can see that the threshold condition is set. Let us save this and go back to the operations mode and check whether we are receiving an alert based on the condition what we have set. We have set what demand IP should be 0 and batch IP should be 2, then we should get an alert. We go back and check in the operations mode whether we have received any alert. We have not received any alert because, as you can see, batch IP is 0 and demand IP is also 0. So we will not receive any alert now. Let's go back and edit the same condition to batch IP equals 0 and demand IP equals 0. Let us change the condition. I'm going to edit using the edit button. So let us change the batch IP to 0 and save the condition. You can see the condition is now changed to demand IP equals 0 and batch IP equals 0. Let's go back and check whether we have received an alert. Since we have set batch IP equals 0 and demand IP is also 0, we have received an alert for this. This explains how to set the multiple thresholds for OS 2200 or MCP systems.
Ability to define log consolidation sets. The log viewer has a capability to consolidate multiple logs, which belongs to a server. For consolidating logs, you have to select the logs each time, and this is time consuming. The solution enables you to create set of logs that belong to multiple managed objects and save it for future use. This solution also helps in automating log consolidations using scripts, creating sets of known hosts and automating the consolidation of their logs. This saves a lot of time and effort when analyzing the logs. This feature provides a user interface and command line interface to create, modify, consolidate, and save sets.
Consolidation of log sets. Operations Sentinel 17.0 has the capability of consolidating logs as sets. Consolidating logs required manual selection of logs each time and which is time consuming. This solution enables the user to create the sets of logs that belongs to multiple managed objects and saves it for future use. Let us see how to create the log sets. Open the Consolidating Log wizard from the log viewer. Click on Consolidate Set. This enables the user to create a new set, edit and delete the existing set. The user can create the new set by clicking New button. Here, user can enter the set name, select the desired logs, and save it for future use. For consolidating of sets, click on the desired set from the available set and click the Next. Specify the time period and the file path and click Next. Verify the definitions and click Start. Click Finish. Consolidation of sets can be done using command line arguments. Let us see how to consolidate the sets from command line. Open the command window and navigate to the log viewer install directory. Provide the command for consolidating the set. The consolidated file will be saved at the specified location or the default location. Refer to Consolidating Log File Sets section from the Log Viewer help for more details on the syntax.
Report Problem Enhancements. This feature aims at enhancing the usability of the Report Problem tool. The Report Problem tool collects data and log files that are submitted to the engineering for analysis. Transferring the report problem folder is a challenge because of the large size of the folder. The report problem folder is compressed and zipped, which eases the data transmission. Windows memory dumps and Operations Sentinel application dumps are collected as they detect the reason for any application crash. Report problem activities are logged into the application event logs, which detects any failure during report problem data collection. Report problem user interface collects the details like customer name, date, and time of the occurrence of the issue and description. This helps in maintaining accuracy during log analysis.
Report Problem Enhancement. The Operations Sentinel Report Problem utility can now collect the Windows and application crash dumps. It also collects information regarding the issue like customer name, issue number, description, date and time of the incident. This can help the engineering in detailed analysis of the issue. It can also compress the collected logs, which facilitates easier transfer of the logs.
ClearPath Software Series 2200 Wizard. ClearPath Software Series OS 2200 Configuration Wizard eliminates the need to add all objects manually. It acts as a single point reference for CSS 2200. The wizard by default provides the following: 1 server, 1 operations server, 1 sales system and 1 partition. Maximum of 10 partitions can be created using this wizard. By default, 2 consoles and 1 sale-based system is present under a partition.
Everyone, now I'm going to present the ClearPath Software Series OS 2200 system. ClearPath Software Series OS 2200 system wizard eliminates the manual effort to create the ClearPath Software Series OS 2200 configuration in one single wizard. Open the Operations Sentinel console. On the left pane, click on Administration. On the top left corner, go to Tools and click on OS 2200 Software Series. The ClearPath Software Series OS 2200 System Wizard appears. The configuration will be preloaded with one op server and one OS 2200 host. It has three panes: the preview pane on the left, the configuration pane, and the data pane. Each OS 2200 host consists of two consoles and one sail-based system. Using the Add buttons, at most 10 OS 2200 hosts, 2 op servers, and 2 STM systems can be added. Click on any of the node on the preview pane. The relevant configuration is displayed on the data pane. To change the default values of the configuration, click and edit the data table in the data pane. The changes will be reflected in the preview pane. To view the hierarchical structure of the added objects, use the Click to see the topology view link available at the bottom of the wizard. The topology view window appears. After ensuring the view is correct, click OK to close the pop-up window. Now click OK on the bottom right corner of the wizard. The objects will be added to the Operations Sentinel console after several data validations. On the Operations Sentinel console, click on File and click Save All to save your configuration. In the lower left corner, click on Operations. You can see the newly added configuration in the display pane.
Operations Sentinel 17.0 acts as a single window to monitor the Fabric Manager, Server Management Console and Soft Tape Manager objects. It provides enhanced functionalities including Unix Linux Resource Monitoring Agent, ULRM, failure alerting, topology text box creation using AC event report, filtering alerts based on multiple thresholds, and enhanced report problem collection for detailed diagnosis. Thank you.